Hello and welcome back to 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and joining me to talk about the exciting Oklahoma State Cowboys versus Baylor Bears recap is our host, Mr. Logan Landers. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's going on, Jeremiah? Like I mentioned, man, been a great weekend of college football. We're here to break down the games that happened, the championship games. And, man, the Big 12 title game lived up to expectations. Oklahoma State and Baylor, thrilling win. We're going to show you the ending here once we get into it. But, man, what a phenomenal game. Hard fought from both teams. And definitely one of the more emotional, one of the more amazing games that was played this weekend. I can't wait to get into it, man. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. And for everybody watching, you know how this went. It's this incredible game with an incredible ending. This is what college football is all about. So thank you so much for watching live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and so much for listening to our podcast. Well, Mr. Landers, what happened in this game? This is the game that everybody's talking about, one of the most amazing endings in college football, and we're just excited. So yeah, Oklahoma State Cowboys versus Baylor Bears. How did it go down?
Well, the final score, man, it was crazy in this one with Baylor and Oklahoma, two teams. I mean, Oklahoma was right there, Jeremiah. If they won this game, they were going to probably more than likely get into the college football playoff if Alabama had lost. And they were right there. They were the number 5 team in the country, but it was not to be. The Baylor Bears, man, came up with the huge win. And I can't believe it. Baylor won 21-16, so a lower scoring game. But, man, for Baylor, first off, congrats to them. Because last season in 2020, they did not have a good year. They went 2-7. They flipped it around this year, went 11-2, and they've now capped it off with a Big 12 title. What a turnaround for Coach Dave Aranda and company, for all the Baylor Bear fans. I mean, that's an amazing turnaround. You went from barely winning a game last year to winning a championship game. So awesome work from them. But, man, this was a crazy game. So Baylor didn't have their starting quarterback. They had their backup in there, Blake Shapen. And he did fine, 23-28, 180 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. You can't ask for much better from the young man. His second career start, I believe, and he won player of the game. So, I mean, he just had some good luck. Avery Smith, I thought he'd do a little bit more because he is one of the more dynamic running backs in college football. He had 17 carries for only 63 yards. So a little bit of a letdown if you like running in this game. Not much was had between both teams. But the receiving core for Baylor did good. Taquan Thornton, 6 catches for 71 yards and a touchdown. He's one of the more higher-ranked, up-and-coming wide receivers going to be drafted in a little while. I think he's got a lot of potential. Drew Estrada, Ben Sims did their things. Each had a touchdown on the day, helped out Mr. Shapen. The defense, man, they played a big part too. Terrell Bernard, Dylan Doyle, Jaron McVay, Jalen Petrie, JT Woods, the list goes on and on. They all had great games, good tackles. Were able to keep Oklahoma State to only 16 points the whole ball game. 2 sacks for them as a team. So they were really doing whatever they wanted to. 4 interceptions was a big key also. Oklahoma State was prone to turnovers this game, and I think that's what cost them in the end. JT Woods, Brandon Utley, Jerron McVay, Matt Jones all had an interception on the day. And that, I think, if you throw for a few picks, that might spell the end of the road, and that's what happened with the Cowboys, unfortunately. They were just too turnover heavy in the Big 12 championship game, and you got to be a little bit cleaner than that. But what a game this was, man. It was a crazy one to watch. Spencer Sanders for the Oklahoma State Cowboys just could not get it done. They just were not high-powered enough. They didn't look like the number 5 team in the country during this game, I don't think. Sanders, 31 of 46 passing, 257 yards. 0 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Just a bad day at the office for him. And, I mean, ultimately his play did end up costing Baylor, or it ended up costing Oklahoma State some key chances of getting some more points on the board in the end. He ran the ball decent, 13 carries for 33 yards. Desmond Jackson didn't do a whole lot, 19 carries for 31, so Baylor was really able to stuff the run the whole day. They only ran for 70 yards as a team. Oklahoma State did. Tay Martin did good, 9 catches for 88 yards. Jaden Bray right behind him, 3 catches for 52. And Desmond Jackson, once again, 7 catches for 39 yards. But they just struggled, man. They fumbled the ball twice. Sanders fumbled, Jackson fumbled. So they fumbled the ball. They threw interceptions. It just was not a pretty game. But the defense did the best they could. Malcolm Rodriguez led the way with 12 tackles on the day. They had 11 tackles for losses, so they were getting to the backfield. They had 6 sacks as a team. Colin Oliver had 2 of those, so they were doing some good work. But it's just Baylor played a little bit better. They played the cleaner ball game. They have less turnovers. And in the end, man, Baylor was able to pull out the victory. Like I said, a tremendous turnaround compared to last year in coaching, how they did a great job. And I mean, just they were able to get a championship game. And big shout out to Blake Shapen, came off the bench the last few games since Gary Bohannon was hurt. And he played great. He played his way to, maybe we might have a quarterback competition this upcoming next season. You never know. But the young man played a tremendous ball game. And, man, the ending for this game, Jeremiah, is probably one of the crazier endings that I've ever seen in a football game in recent memory, I think. So just to paint a picture, we throw the video up there for everyone watching us, like you said, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So it's 4th down. It's 4th and goal. This is the end of the ball game for Oklahoma State. If they punch this in, 9 times out of 10, they're going to win this ball game. They were able to get the ball on the goal line, multiple shots at it. 1st and goal, nothing to do. 2nd and goal, not much going on there, no gain. 3rd and goal, they try to throw it, passes incomplete. And now here we are, the 4th and goal. I'm going to throw the video up here right quick. It's 4th and goal, Oklahoma State, number 5, Baylor, number 9. And this is the end of the ball game here. And what an ending it was. We'll make sure we're looking good here. Okay, so here it is, the ending to Baylor and Oklahoma State. What a ball game it was. So here we are, Jeremiah. Hands the ball off, runs to the outside, right there at the pylon, but not enough. It was not enough.
So close.
Centimeters away. Here's a better view of it here. Oh, heartbreak if you're a Cowboys fan. Oh, man. But, oh, man, what an absolutely thrilling play it was. Here's an even closer view of it.
Oh, my goodness.
Just right there. Not enough. And what an ending
So
to
close.
Oklahoma State and Baylor. But, man, shout out to both these teams. Played a great game. Oklahoma State, just turnovers killed you, man. That's how it was. Just wanting to get it done. And then the stop here at the end. But congrats to Baylor, man. A big win, a great win. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do the next upcoming season.
Absolutely. So did you guys watch that final play? Did you guys watch Oklahoma State and Baylor? Was it one of the most exciting games you've seen coming down to the wire like that? With all the great shows, with all the great games that we've seen played this entire week, that was one of the most thrilling things that's happened in college football this week. So thank you so much. And everybody watching on YouTube live watching us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, thank you so much again. Like all of your likes and shares and comments and telling your friends and family about us has helped us grow so much. And if you're listening to us on our podcast right now, thank you again. But if you're not listening to our podcast, come and join us. We have our podcast up on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, or anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We bring you new episodes every week. We have over 500 episodes, including so many amazing classic episodes you can listen to anytime, including Legends interviews, including history specials where we talk about the greatest teams, the greatest players, and the greatest coaching staffs across the football history. And we just have a great time every single week bringing you amazing content. It's one of the things that we love to do the most in our lives. So it's something that we focus on and we consistently bring you every single week. So you've been listening to our recap of Oklahoma State versus Baylor. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and this is hosted by our host, Mr. Logan Landers. We're going to be right back with another live episode.